Donald Trump is shaking as the death threats against him are escalating at the Ayatollah's funeral, as the funeral has moved from Iran to Iraq and back to Iran. We've been seeing all of these signs and massive banners threatening Donald Trump's life. Now, Netanyahu had a call with Donald Trump in the past 24 hours talking about assassination plots and death threats against him from Iran, but you need only look at the crowds in Iran who are absolutely furious at the Ayatollah's funeral, at the procession, both in Iran and Iraq. We've seen the signs everywhere. And then earlier, we saw a massive Lego float that the Iranians who were there burned, like they burned the effigy, this massive Lego float of Donald Trump. They lit on fire, and lots of people were wondering, what is this? Why are they bringing out this massive, massive Lego Trump in Mashhad? And then it turned out because they were burning it. Here is just some signs on the building that you see. Here are some of the signs that the mourners, the millions of people who were there, were holding up. Let me show you as this gigantic, massive Lego Trump is rolled out on this crane. You can see for yourself. And then indeed, they burned that massive Lego Trump. I will show you what that looked like. And this took place in one of Iran's biggest cities as well, Mashhad. You can see, and this was the last day of the Ayatollah's procession. Here, play this clip. Now, as I noted before, Israel recently shared intelligence with the United States indicating that Iran was considering a new plot to assassinate Donald Trump, the Wall Street Journal reports, citing people familiar with the matter. Here's the article right here. Iran hatched fresh plot to kill Trump, Israel told the U.S. Israel recently shared new intelligence with the U.S. that they showed Iran was considering a new plan. Did they show those photos and the processions where there were signs everywhere, I guess, is my question. Also, the Prime Minister of Israel's account says that they also told Donald Trump that the Turkish President Erdogan has made very severe statements against Israel and the threats that are being made by Turkey against Israel, according to this account right here. Now, we've been hearing from Donald Trump about being the #1 person on Iran's assassination list. That's what Donald Trump said aboard the Air Force One. It should be noted yesterday, Donald Trump did not fly back from Turkey on the Qatari Air Force One. He flew back on the old Air Force One, and most people believe it was out of security concerns over potential assassination attempts, because the old Air Force One has the defensive capabilities to potentially deter missiles and drones and rockets, and the new Qatari Air Force One doesn't. Here's what Donald Trump said about being on a list. Play this clip.
Possibly think you tried. Well, I mean, if they asked you to close your windows, probably they'd feel that way. They didn't ask me to close mine, but if they did, I would have done it. No, these are sick people, so I could see something like that. I didn't know they did that, but I could see something like that.
Were you aware of any credible threat by Iran against Air Force One?
Well, I have a threat all the time. I'm #1 on their list before you. But if I go, you go, right?
But was there a specific threat today?
Perhaps someday you want to change professions.
And then Donald Trump also said at the NATO summit that he was top on the list, and he talked about being the president. You have about a 5% chance of being assassinated. Here, play this clip.
It's a very dangerous profession. No, I'm #1 on the kill list for Iran. They're lovely people. I'm #1. So I don't know. I can't tell you that, but I don't really care, because I'm doing my job, and I'm doing it, I hope, better than anybody's ever done it, because we have a country that's hot and really, really successful. But I mention it only because it's on the list. I mean, it came out. There was another list came out yesterday, and I'm #1 on, I like being #1 on TikTok better. but I'm number one on the list for killing.
Then earlier in the day, during one of the sessions that Donald Trump was speaking at while he was sitting, he mused about getting assassinated and said, "So far, I guess I've been a little lucky, but maybe that doesn't last very long. That's how it goes." Here, play this clip.
In trouble for 47 years, and we took out their first set of leaders. We took out their second set of leaders. They want to take out the U.S. leader, me. I'm on every list. I saw things this morning. I'm on every single one of their lists. And so far, I guess I've been a little bit lucky, but that maybe doesn't last very long because that's the way it goes. But we have great people. But these are evil, sick people, and we have to rid their cancer. Their cancer. And you know what you do? You got to cut out cancer early. Man, that's the way I feel.
Then Donald Trump talked about how roadside bombs and others, as you're driving around, it just blows off your face so you have no legs or anything. Here, play this clip.
They had the roadside bomb, Soleimani. I took care of him first term. And that was a big thing because I think he probably would be a lot stronger had he been around because he was a bad guy, but he was an evil genius, but a bad guy. And he was the father of the roadside bomb. The roadside bomb is a bomb that goes on when you're driving your little vehicle around, and it goes on and you have no legs, no arms, and no face. And they've killed thousands and thousands of people.
Now, it should also be noted that I think one of the reasons that Donald Trump has been saying that he wants to build this ballroom is he's terrified of all of these assassination attempts that he believes are taking place, at least. Donald Trump says that the new ballroom, this is what he said before heading to the NATO summit, will be missile-proof and will have a drone port. Here, play this clip.
But we were able to get 921 people in, and this will hold many times that numbers of people without the tables as seats, and bulletproof, drone-proof, missile-proof in many cases, and beautiful at the same time. And a big military component, including on the roof, a drone port. Can you believe we have a drone port? And it's like no other. So we're doing a great service. It's great national security. We also take care of a need. Every president said, this is crazy.
And then one of the odd things that he kind of constantly says at all of these pressers is he refers to the questions that are being asked of him as kill shots. So before he left to go to the NATO summit, he said to Michael Dell, "Those questions, Michael, they're all kill shots. They're all kill shots." Here, play this clip.
Every question's a kill, you know that. Every question's a kill. Right?
Sir, we don't have a helicopter. We have a delicopter.
And then when Trump was on Air Force One, he concluded the gaggle by saying, "Every question is a kill. Every question you ask me is a kill," he says. Here, play this clip.
And every question is a kill. But then we have Daniel and some very good reporters. You're a great reporter, Brian. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody.
Well, there you have it, folks. I want to know what you think about this. Let me hear in the comments below what you have to say about this. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe and help us get to 7 million subscribers.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.